What's up, gang, and welcome back to another edition of Road Trippin with the Rudes.
Hi, guys.
And today we'll be giving you the spoiler reel review of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spidey, I was not ready. So, if this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much. Please be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like this video as we will have more marvelous reviews coming your way. Some travel and all things Roots. If you've been riding with us all along, thank you so much. Please be sure to comment down below so that we know that you are here.
That's right.
Same rules apply. We do not discuss anything about the movie until we are here with you.
And listen, if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you go over to our TikTok or Instagram, any of our other social medias, and that has the non-spoiler there for you.
Yes.
So you know if it's worth the watch or not without knowing what happens in the movie.
Yes. So check out our non-spoiler. Our tag is at Road Trippin with the Roots. So you will find us. And what I will say is this absolutely is worth going to the movie theaters. This
for sure.
This was well played. We are going to go through every part of, or as many parts as we can, because there was a lot going on.
A ton.
And, you know, let us know what you thought. So
basically, this is like part 2 from Far From Home. It just picks up right where that left off.
You know, here's the thing. I wasn't crazy about the Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
I wasn't.
You're not alone with that. I actually didn't have any problems with them. But I will say this. We pretty much watched them in the theaters when they first came out. And we never even revisited them.
No.
You know what I mean? So that tells me that it ain't top notch.
Yeah, we revisited Far From Home when I think WandaVision was going on.
Okay.
Right? So, and we'll include our series review for WandaVision because, you know.
Yeah, big things.
Yes, Wanda's always around. So, you know, when the teachers were talking about witches and stuff like that, we did revisit that. But it's still, this started off right where that left off. Yes. Where, you know, the Daily Bugle ratted him out and said Peter Parker. So you see him grab MJ and you see this great kind of as they swing through the city. I really love that part. And they have such great chemistry. Yeah. So to see them and know, I think, you know, their real life relationship really lends itself to this. Yeah. Which I love. And he's so attentive to her. So you see the slinging and, you know, they're trying to escape everyone. They end up at Peter's house where Aunt May is breaking up with Happy. Did you expect that?
No, I didn't expect them breaking up, actually.
She said it was a fling. She was talking to him about boundaries. Happy had tissues on the coffee table.
Happy wasn't trying to really hear.
Happy was sad.
Yeah.
Okay, Happy was sad.
Happy was not trying to hear that.
Peter's life is falling apart because he had just been exposed, but the first thing that he wanted to focus on was what was going on with them. Yeah. Right? So it starts to remind us of how connected he is to the people that he loves, which made the whole plot of this so amazing. Yeah. You know, you have kind of the FBI come in.
They were the DODC.
Okay, so what's that mean?
It was the Department of something. I can't remember right now. You want me to look it up real quick?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
It was the DODC. I'm not. I can't remember. Department of something. Comment down below if you guys remember what it was, but I forgot what it was. Yeah.
And even then, Peter was more concerned about everyone else. And you know, we all know that Spider-Man has a special place in Stan Lee's heart. This movie has solidified his place in my heart. I am completely invested in Spider-Man.
Right.
You have them get picked up by the boys.
I'll revisit that too when we get further into the movie about Spider-Man 2.
Okay. You have them picked up by the boys, and Aunt May makes it a point to say, ask for your lawyer. Don't say anything. Ask to speak to your lawyer. And Peter, wanting just to clarify this, is like, you know what? Nick Fury was there all along. He can confirm it for me. And then we hear Nick has been off the planet for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a setup for the Skrull invasion.
Right. But my problem with that is, how did he know that?
I don't think it was really... I think it was kind of an operative SHIELD type situation.
What do you mean?
I don't think the regular alphabet boys would know, even recognize Nick Fury, right?
Yeah, they would.
You think?
Nick's that guy. Everybody
I know, but
Nick.
I feel like SHIELD was so top secret.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like, they wouldn't know that he was on another...
Yeah, they know the director of SHIELD. Trust me.
But you think they would know his whereabouts?
Well, what I'm saying is, the Skrull took his place. So, to everybody else, it shouldn't have been like Nick Fury is anywhere.
I know. I don't know. We'll see.
Nick Fury never left because the Skrull took his place.
Right. But, I know this much. I know that there aren't mistakes in Marvel, right?
I don't know.
They tee it up.
No, they mess up.
I don't know.
Players mess up sometimes.
I will say this much. For the record, in my mind, it is Shang-Chi and Spider-Man No Way Home. Eternals never happen. Okay? It will eternally be forgotten.
The eternal disrespect.
But you see, listen, you see instantly Peter's desire to protect his loved ones.
Sure.
They get back home, and he has the attorney of all attorneys in Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
So
he didn't say that, though. Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock, but we know he's Daredevil. So we are seeing the crossover from the Marvel Netflix series, which I'm totally here for. He shows a little Spidey sense when he catches the brick, right?
Yeah.
That
Spider-Man, like, how you do that?
Yes.
He said, I'm a real good lawyer.
Guys, the gasp from the audience, because this was pretty early on.
Mm-hmm.
And the hits kept coming, right?
Yep.
So, for me, what did you think of when you saw Murdoch?
I'm like, I kind of figured that was him in the trailers, so I wasn't shocked, but I was just happy to see, like, okay, we're really doing this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's what I was more excited about.
For me, it was, okay, they are tying in the Hawkeye series, and we'll include our reviews for that series, because in my last review, I said, what is this connecting to? It doesn't make sense to me. But Kingpin, Murdoch.
And just real quick, I'm going to jump ahead. At the end, you see him swinging through New York at Christmas time. Is Spider-Man going to make an appearance in Hawkeye, bro?
Here's another one. You're in New York. I have 2 words for you. Luke Cage.
I know. It opens all of them up.
Now, those are presents I'm going to open. Yeah, thank you very much. That's what we need. So I was excited that there was finally a tie-in, right?
Yeah.
And then, they get off, and you see he has to, they have to stay at Happy's house.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that the agents were asking about was there were missing Stark materials.
Mm-hmm.
Happy had him.
Yeah.
They were in Happy's house.
Well, if you remember in the first Spider-Man Homecoming, when they were stealing the stuff from Avengers Tower, Happy was the guy that was in charge of moving the stuff from the Avengers Tower to the new complex. Yeah.
So, Happy has some secrets.
Well, that was in the plane.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Okay.
So I think I think it's a great reminder to see how much technology he had available in the beginning, and then when we do that 180 towards the end, you see him FaceTiming with MJ, and they're like, you know, she's like, I can't wait to see you tomorrow, because tomorrow is the first day of their senior year. I was excited to see the teachers from Far From Home.
Yeah.
It was just a brief moment, but they're so funny.
Oh, yeah, for sure. J.B. Smoove, Hannibal Buress, and I don't know the other teacher's name, but they work well together.
Yes, they really do. Like, I could see Disney Plus. Hi, how you doing? Can we have some shorts?
A teacher short?
Can we have some shorts of them doing like teacher-like things? Like,
yeah.
you know, like a take on Bill Nye? I'm here for it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I'm absolutely here for it.
And Lewis's storyteller.
Yeah, yes, we need Lewis as a storyteller. Absolutely. So, they're talking about college. So, Peter has helped save the world, but he's still 17. And
I thought it was funny, too, when they had to leave Aunt May's house. He's like, I'm famous and I still ain't got no money.
Yes.
So that lets you know, everybody. That's crazy, though.
None of the Avengers have money, but...
Yeah, but they're making a point of letting us know that.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
They made it a point in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's true.
They made it a point a few times in different series.
True. Wanda doesn't need money. Wanda just creates whole towns with her mind. But you know, they're trying to get into MIT together. That's what they wanted to do. They get rejected. Peter definitely internalizes it.
Well, they rejected him because
of Peter.
Know Peter.
Yep.
And they're saying that Peter killed Mysterio. So the world's acting real funky with my man Peter. And
you know what? Spidey's sick. So he goes to the doctor to fix it.
I like that.
Whew. So, if you watch the trailers, you saw the scene where it's snowy in the sanctum, and I thought it was going to be some big part of the movie.
Weird, yeah.
And it was just a bum roof because Wong didn't take care of it, right?
It was a portal. Yeah,
yes.
Wong didn't close it.
Were you ready for Wong to be Sorcerer Supreme?
I like that. I like that they did that because it's a technicality, right?
Yes.
He was the one that was there.
Because Doctor Strange was a part of the
like,
blip.
who all over there? And now he's Sorcerer Supreme.
But here's the thing. As Sorcerer Supreme, do you have time to do illegal fighting?
I guess you do.
Like, I don't know.
I think the dynamic between Wong and Doctor Strange was very weird.
Very strained.
Yeah, like they were like Wong is like upset with Strange a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. I will say this.
Like, yo, you better not F this up, and if you do, you know, I ain't got nothing to do with
he's saturated. Yeah. I'll say this. Seeing the snow in the sanctum in the trailer, and we had 1,000,001 thoughts, you know, shout out to Marvel. You always send us on wild goose chases. And it was just like a small thing. It was just an open portal. So I was here for that. Man. In the trailers, we assumed that it wasn't Doctor Strange that would have helped Spider-Man. You know, I thought it was Strange Supreme. But to see in the movie, it was Strange.
I'm still not convinced that that's the real Doctor Strange.
I definitely think it was. And
I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
When they show him, look at his hair. His hair was going straight back. All of it. Right? Hold on. His hair was going straight back. Now, they showed the trailer after that. His hair was not like that. His hair, he had his little Clark Kent's hanging down. I'm telling you. And I was looking at him. I'm like, when I seen him in the sanctum, I'm like, yo, his hair looks mad dirty. I'm like, is this a Tyler Perry wig he got on? Like, I couldn't tell, right? That's something. I think. Y'all let me know if I'm on to something.
His reaction at the end tells me that was Strange. Because Strange had that relationship with Peter that it would have been sad.
Okay.
So
I
you know, Strange was a little teary-eyed. But, you know, here's the thing. Peter being a typical teen, Strange was like, here, I can fix it. Whereas no one remembers that you are Spider-Man.
Right.
And he's like, wait a minute, but I need MJ to know. I need this person. I need that person. And it ties back to him being on FaceTime with MJ when he said, I only had one normal week in my, since the bite. And that was when all the people I loved knew I was Spider-Man. Right? He didn't want to give that up. So, of course, he throws things off and just opens up the door to the multiverse. I love the way they explain this.
Me too.
Comment down below. I really do like the Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Into the Spider-Verse? Yeah.
But the explaining of the multiverse was, you know what I mean? Yeah. You just, you're on a subway and then you've got Spider-Ham.
Well, my thing is...
It was coming out as fast, guys.
I love the way that they set the groundwork or the rules of the multiverse right here, right?
Yes.
So we know. So let's take Norman Osborn for instance, right? You have Norman Osborn show up, and in his universe, he has Oscorp. He got plenty of money. You know what I mean? But in Tom Holland's universe, Norman Osborn could just be a bum. Because there's no Oscorp, there's no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So just because you're Norman Osborn doesn't mean that you're going to be part of the Oscorp and that type of Norman Osborn. That part of it I loved.
Different, just a simple, you are one decision away from a totally different life.
Yeah.
And that is absolutely
because
true.
It's the thing of, okay, we can just bring another Tony Stark from a different...
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Universe.
It's not gonna hit the same.
And that's Kevin Feige. That's the power of Kevin Feige because he makes sure that his writers don't make it easy on themselves.
No.
Right? No. Because that's just too easy to be able to grab a Tony Stark from another multiverse and just bring him here. You know what I mean?
I absolutely agree. So he talks to Strange, and Strange is like, why didn't you just ask them to reconsider? Of course, typical teen, he didn't think that route. He went straight to Strange. So then when Strange said that, he's like, okay, I'm going to talk to the contact in MIT. And we find out that she's en route to the airport. And then here we go.
Doc Ock had to pull up. Hello, Peter.
Who came up with Dr. Otto Octavius?
That's his name, Otto Octavius.
That's like... The founder of Gucci is Gacho Gucci.
Yeah.
No,
Baby,
thank you.
I got your money.
Groucho Gucci or
Groucho. I thought you said Gacho.
Groucho Gucci. It's just very weird. But
Yeah, Otto Octavius.
I really, 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 as I was watching it, can't believe that this is the same studio that produced Venom, Let There Be Carnage. It really was strange. Pun intended. But I thought it was great. So then we have Dr. Otto Octavius. I love the fact that the fight scenes were great here.
Oh, yeah.
The effects were amazing. I love the fact that...
There wasn't enough fights for me. But
I thought they were good.
They were great.
Let us know what
you think. It just wasn't enough. I need you to be fighting your way through the entire movie.
At the end of the day, I thought it was perfectly balanced as the world should be.
I don't know about that.
Yes. So I loved seeing the fact that the nanotech was able to take over Doc Ock's, tools.
His tech, yeah.
And then, just when you think Peter has solved it, he's got Doc Ock, he's saved the day, she's going to give it a good word for MIT, here comes the Green Goblin.
Yep. Drop a little pumpkin bomb in there for you.
Listen, some people were born to play a role.
Yo.
He has been the Green Goblin.
From birth.
From birth.
Yeah, he just looked like a Green Goblin. When you say Green Goblin, I was trying to see if I got a Green Goblin Funko. I bet you it looked like him.
I know. Well, the great thing is, I'm glad that they got rid of the mask.
Okay.
Because he really didn't need the mask.
Right. Well,
to be Green Goblin.
Yeah. I mean, that is one of his comic book fits with the hood on. He actually gets it from Dr. Ock.
Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Man, it was just, so good. So the way to tie it all in, we get to meet other villains, right? Strange tells Spidey, listen, you need to round up the rest. And he says, I can't do it without Ned and MJ.
Mm-hmm.
So the Spider-Man that we know and all of the things that he has done have been because he's had the support of MJ, of Ned, of Happy, of Aunt May, of Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put a pin in that. Because I love how they keep driving that home. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we meet an electrifying addition to the Marvel Universe in Jamie Foxx. I didn't know how he would be with Electro. And you know what? I need to stop doubting Jamie Foxx. Because Jamie Foxx has delivered.
Yeah.
He is
I always
really
thought
delivered.
He was a good actor.
I'm like...
I know, because,
But he really delivered with this. I love the fact that, he says things that you're thinking. At one point, later in the movie, he's like, you're helping people. You're from Queens. I definitely thought you were black. So that was a nod to Miles Morales.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that.
He's like, there's definitely a black Spider-Man out there. Somewhere.
Yes. We're like, yes. And we're waiting. So that's when he finds out from Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is like, okay, I could reset this. But all of the villains were speaking to each other. And they realize that they're all dead.
Mm-hmm.
So, hear me out, guys.
Or they all die at the hands of Spider-Man.
But you see that they're in our universe.
Right.
I think that's going to be the loophole for Gamora.
Well, she's already back.
Oh, 2012 Gamora? I don't
2013.
know. 2013 Gamora? I think I'd opened the door for some loopholes. Because to them, they were like, we were dead, and then we came here.
Well, no. They got yanked out of their thing before they got killed. Which I kind of figured out. Yeah.
No.
Because Jamie Foxx was like, I was doing this, and this, and then he's like,
I
was about to die.
But here's the thing. Doc Ock said that Green Goblin died years before him.
Right. So what I'm saying is, so if you watch Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, right? When the hoverboard comes up and decapitates him, right before that happens, that's when he gets yanked out.
But how they died at different points.
Right. It doesn't matter. It's the multiverse, right? So it doesn't matter what point that they got pulled out of.
But why would you get pulled?
Because Norman Osborn died first.
Right.
Then Doc Ock.
Yeah.
So,
but
it's not like...
if you're dead, you no longer know Peter Parker.
No, they know Peter.
I mean, I don't know. There's so many things.
I know what you're saying, but it's tricky.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that the multiverse is going to be, wild. But Octavius knows what he knows, right? Doesn't matter that Green Goblin is here now. You know what I mean? Because he got pulled out right before he died. So all the events that Doc Ock know happened as they normally did until he gets yanked out before he dies.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So now he's like, Green Goblin died years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I still,
if you want a little multiverse crash course, holla at your boy.
So once Spider-Man realizes that, wait a minute, they're going back to die.
Right. Because now they're going to put him back.
Right.
Yeah,
Strange knew this. And Strange says, if they die, they die.
If they die,
they die. They die.
If he dies, he dies.
When he said it, I said it with him.
But this is the thing that really, to me, solidifies Spider-Man as Phase 4's Iron Man.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not the arrogance of money, but it's his morality and his conviction that says, I can't do that, and I know there has to be another way. Right?
Yeah. I wouldn't equate him to Tony, though. He's more of our Captain America.
I don't know. And can I just say this?
When it comes to the morals and stuff like that, that's more Cap.
Can I just say this? With the Hawkeye series, with this, it's Cap. Tony died for us.
Facts.
Why isn't Iron Man on Broadway?
Right. Cap alive still.
Why isn't Proof He Had a Heart a dance number?
I agree.
I
Tony
need to
disrespect.
know.
Yo.
I need to know.
You're right. The Tony disrespect is real.
I need to know. That's just it. That's it. So, then Spidey beats the brakes off of Strange, which I could have never ever.
Spidey's cold. He defeated him. He's defeated him with math. Strange
literally knocked him out of his body, and Spidey jumped back in.
That was wild.
Beat the brakes off of Strange.
Yo, him going back into his body was wild. And the body was moving without him even in it.
Which, for a moment,
was like, "Whoa, what? Yo!"
When the body was moving without him in it, I thought it was another Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Right, I thought he knocked him out, and another. The villains were coming in. Maybe that was another Peter Parker.
Yeah.
That fight scene was amazing, but I would have never, ever, ever guessed that he would have beat Strange. Right? But in the process, he gives Ned the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that glimmer in Ned's eye. I still think that they're teeing up.
Ned's like, my grandma said, I know magic.
I know magic.
We got magic in our family.
No, I think they're teeing up Ned. What is his villain role in the comic books?
He becomes Hobgoblin.
I think that they're teeing that up. And I know that well, here's the thing. You absolutely can now based on the end of this one.
Because he doesn't know him.
Yep. Yeah. So we saw little things even in Ned's house, even like with how he was able to do that. I think they're teeing it up. And you know what? I'm here for it.
I didn't get that.
Oh.
So what I got was later in the movie, Ned was using the ring, and Strange says something to him, and he gave him the look like, "Yo, you made that portal," and Ned was like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, like,
right,
I could work
Julie
with this
noted,
guy.
I'm gonna work with."
Yeah. So,
but here's the thing: what if Strange doesn't get to him before Mordo does? Right. So I think we'll see more of Ned.
But okay. I mean, you brought up Mordo, and I seen him in that trailer, and he had the Tyler Perry braids on.
Oh my God, leave him alone.
I'm like, come on, yo.
Leave him alone. So then, okay, we have Messy, the Messy Bugle. They're following them around, right? He has the great idea that he's gonna fix everybody, right? It's not your job. It's not your job. And he learns that quickly because Goblin is like, I'm not broken. So he was able to fix Dr. Ock. Goblin's like, I'm not broken. And then Electro's like, listen, I'm down to be in these streets. I was not ready for Aunt May to die. I've never seen any other Tom Holland movies. Comment down below. I don't even know what they are.
That's not true.
What other Tom Holland movie did I see? Outside of Marvel.
We seen something with him in it outside of Marvel, and it was good.
I'll have to check.
I can't remember.
I'll have to check. But I didn't think he could get me any more than he did with I Don't Feel So Well, Mr. Stark. But boy, was I wrong.
I don't know.
Stay with me. Stay with me. Look at me. His tears. Oh, I
feel like the Infinity War scene was way more intense.
No.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Because Aunt May was still trying to give him those things. And this is after having lost Tony and still not really healing after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then looking up and seeing Happy. It was so at that point, I didn't think he could get any lower.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
And then we've got Ned messing with the rings, and in enters.
Well, they asked to find. They said, "Hey, let's find Peter."
Yep.
So they tried to find Peter with the ring and made a portal, and they see Peter, and they yell his name out, and he comes running through the portal, takes his mask off, and it's not Peter that they know.
Right. It's Andrew.
Andrew Garfield in this thing.
I loved, although I love when things are streaming at home, I loved
Facts.
being able to hear everyone's reactions in the theater.
I knew that was the only thing that makes it cool in the theater.
And then you have, shout out to MJ. She's like, show me your Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
And then he hung like that.
Yes.
I was cracking up.
And then Toby comes in. And it was like, just looking at Toby, you're looking at Andrew, and then knowing we had Tom Holland, it made me think of what would you say to your younger self?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, man, this is like a total...
That's what I was going to say to you.
Full circle moment.
I like the way that they were mentoring him.
Oh man, I was here for the three Spideys.
Yeah.
I was here for the three Spideys. I loved how they shared their losses. They shared their lessons.
Mm-hmm.
I love Toby's superior Spidey web flex.
Oh,
I don't need a suit. I don't need a suit, ladies and gents. Look at the flick of my wrist.
Right.
I just the banter between all of them.
Yep.
And this whole time we are seeing MJ pour into Peter. She's giving him words of affirmation. She is holding him. She is very attentive to him. And it is preparing us for the end. Right? Man.
Her disappointment bars reminded me of you, though.
Yes. Yeah. Man. Yep. I really did like this writing. And then,
the writing was off the hook on this.
The three Spideys say, okay, let's just bait them in, right? So Peter calls Daily Bugle, tells everybody to meet him at the Captain of Liberty. What was the point of the shield? Right? It's just that's right?
For Cap. That's why I'm bugged out.
It's how they do that. It's really just crazy. And I don't know if it's building up for something else. And maybe I'm missing that.
You pointed that out, and I never even gave it any thought.
No, I'm upset. Listen, if I'm Morgan, I'm coming back with a vengeance. If I'm Morgan, I've got a bone to pick. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So you finally see, Ned brings Strange back.
Mm-hmm.
You see that great moment where you knew Andrew lost his MJ because he couldn't catch her, and he was able to catch this MJ. And it was just like a sigh of kind of relief. You see some great battles.
I kind of predicted that.
Yeah.
It was either going to be him, or I thought Venom would come and catch her.
Really?
Just put the symbiote on her. That's what I thought.
It was either before this whole thing started. It was either him save MJ or Toby save Aunt May to make up for his uncle. You know what I mean? But it was still so well written. And this whole time, they're putting pieces together, but the sky is falling. The sky is turning. It was Agatha all along purple.
Hold up, though. Before you get into that part, just quick jump back. The web slinging in that scene was crazy. They all jumped up in the air. Then they webs swung off of themselves. It was crazy. It was dope. I was like, yo, really they're amazing. Cold.
So was the scene when our Peter Parker captured Electro.
Oh, yeah.
I liked that scene. And you know, I just thought of something, too. When Peter comes to Strange, he talks about the Time Stone. And Strange says, well, I don't have the Time Stone.
Mm-hmm.
And time, or time pieces, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, has been a focal point in Hawkeye.
Okay.
And I wonder
you wanted
where...
to connect. I don't know if it did. I didn't get my hopes up.
Birdman hand rub. I wonder where Cap put the Time Stone.
You mean the Soul Stone? Or you mean the Time Stone?
Yeah.
Nah, Time Stone. Where could he have put the Time Stone?
In a Rolex. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know. I just...
Time Stone would have went back to the, what's her name? To the ancient one.
Oh, I don't know. There are just so many things, and obviously, guys, we are going to watch this again. The watchability is very high. We will have to see. I know that there were Easter eggs. I saw the, Star Wars Lego.
I had to watch it twice for the Easter eggs.
I saw the Star Wars Lego. There was some good stuff there. But I love the fact, very similar to Tony Stark, Peter does what he has to do. He knows in order to close this and correct this, he has to allow Strange to cast a spell that would make everyone forget Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't ready because Peter Parker relies on his crew. He relies heavily on his team, and he did all of this for them.
Right.
He says his goodbyes, which I was teary-eyed. And MJ says, I love you. And he goes to say, I love you. And she says, no, you tell me that when you come back. And he says, I will find you. I will find you. And you could see the chemistry. And you know that if he finds her, they will connect again. So ladies and gentlemen, weeks later, when he shows up at the donut shop and sees her, he has his script written up. He knows what he's going to say. Mm-hmm. And then Ned walks in and she and Ned are talking about preparing for MIT. So that...
I thought her and Ned was dating there for a second. I was about to be like, oh.
No, but they were talking. So they still had that friendship. They were talking about MIT. And she doesn't recognize him at all. And he orders a coffee and he decides not to say anything. And he sees the little Band-Aid from the cut. Mm-hmm. Because he was spazzing out because she was bleeding. Mm-hmm. My only issue with that scene was, if she doesn't know Peter, how does she have the broken Black Dahlia necklace from Far From Home?
But I tell you, just because she doesn't know Peter doesn't mean she doesn't know who Spider-Man. She doesn't know Spider-Man. They know Spider-Man still exists. Right? You just don't know that Spider-Man is Peter Parker.
So you think she still...
So all he has to do is pull up as Spider-Man and take his mask off and he's back in the game.
But why? So here's my thing.
That's my opinion.
He elected not to tell her.
Right.
He walked away.
Yep.
And let me tell you something. I got Hermione Granger vibes of when she did the forgetting spell on her Muggle parents. Mm. And we saw her disappear. It was so heavy. And then you see him go to Aunt May's grave and Happy comes and Happy doesn't recognize him. Right? And he says, well, how did you know her? And he goes, through Spider-Man. Right?
And what did Happy say?
And he said, I know her through Spider-Man as well.
So what does that tell you?
I'm hesitant with that because here's why. Right?
I'm listening.
You have that moment, and then you have him go into a shabby apartment. You see him drop...
I'm going to tell you about that.
You see him drop his GED study guide. So he's not in high school. This all started because of the desire to go to MIT. talk about a complete 180, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's going back to listening to police scanners as the neighborhood Spider-Man. He has completely lost everything. I don't think that they're going to make it that easy. I don't know. I think they're going to capitalize on his pain. And here's one
thing.
thing.
Just basically, what they did there was they reset Spider-Man. He only has one suit. You know what I mean?
That he's making his own.
Yeah. So it's basically, he's basically back in like Tobey Maguire status, right? Empty apartment, you broke. You know what I mean? He's back. He's reset one suit.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens now.
Well, here's one thing too that I thought I really feel like this is the origin story for Spider-Man. I feel like this one.
See, to me, I thought this was like Spider-Man 7. Real talk.
Yeah,
and I'm okay with
that. But I thought it was for our Tom Holland Spider-Man. We've never seen him this violent because we've never seen him this angry. Let me tell you something.
He was beating
when he grabbed the Green Goblins, it gave me white privilege Cap. From Falcon and Winter Soldier vibes. We did reviews on that. We'll include that there.
Captain White Privilege.
You saw this rage in him. And Toby warned him about that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Toby warned him about that. I think there's going to be something else going on there.
So, I know there's going to be new Spider-Man movies coming out, but I think they're not going to be Tom Holland ones. They'll be like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield ones. But Tom Holland will definitely be back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's going to be in Avenger movies and all that stuff. So, you know, he's going to be around.
You know what? Here's the thing. I don't know where we go from here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm here. I am here for it. This was amazing. Rewatchability extremely high. This is a Marvel movie. When I think about some of the building pieces for the first 3 phases in the MCU, there are certain cornerstone movies.
Yeah.
I think once we step back and look at this phase, this one is going to be a cornerstone. But here's the thing. For me, this is the first Sony one that is.
Yeah.
Even in consideration. I honestly forgot that it was a Sony movie.
Yeah. I agree.
Which was crazy. But don't you worry, guys, because they reminded us in the mid-credit scene with Venom, who clearly had gotten sucked in, right?
Yep. That was cold. They did that so crazy.
It was so random, though. I think, here's why I think it was random, because I'm still bitter about Venom Let There Be Carnage. That's totally my fault, right? Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Venom left us a little tip.
Yep. He's going to go find Spider-Man. You know what I mean? He wants to find a suitable host at all times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I am curious about that, but then I was like, okay, Sony's going to Sony. But then they gave us the trailer of all trailers. And I was so excited to see the trailer of Morbius before. Yeah. Because that was tabled, and I one of our reviews I mentioned, we heard nothing about it forever, and now we know it's coming in January.
And he's basically in the MCU too.
Yes.
Because with what's my guy's name? Michael Keaton.
Yes.
I can't think of his character's name, but I mean, and his Funko's right there. He's a bird, whatever his bird is. Anyway, Michael Keaton being in his movie already puts him in the MCU.
Yeah,
right?
So it's that 6 degrees of separation type energy. Let me see, because that was for Homecoming, right? That Michael Keaton was in it.
Mm-hmm. And also, when those figures were appearing, did you see anything
So this is where rewatchability is definitely high because it was moving so fast. And I knew that there were some important ones. But
I'm talking about when Doctor Strange just started splitting.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Now I want them to know that that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
But I seen 2 of them.
Who were they?
One of them was had a rhino-like looking silhouette.
Okay.
And the other one was Scorpion, which they're part of the Sinister Six.
Oh, so they're coming. So, okay. He played... Michael Keaton played Adrian...
Now, give me
Chalmers.
His,
I don't know. I don't know
name.
the villain name. Comment down below if you know.
Bro, it's right there. He's not the Falcon. He's something else.
I don't know. I forget. We've got to watch it again. But comment down below if you know. But
Vulture.
Yes.
I wasn't going to let it go.
It was Vulture.
This video was not going to end before I said Vulture.
So, but then we have the Doctor Strange trailer. And I wasn't ready. Shout out to Wanda. We missed you, Wanda. We really have. We get to see an extension of the tension between Wong and Strange.
Yup. Wong looked like he with Mordo.
We see Strange Supreme.
We seen Strange Supreme.
I mean,
he pulled up on Doctor Strange like, what up?
We saw... The only Supreme we didn't see in this trailer was a Taco Supreme. Okay? The characters were coming at us fast.
We assume that's Strange Supreme. He looked like it. From the What If series, which would be wild because that was animation.
I was worried. I'm not gonna lie. I was worried after Eternals, and I was never someone that was super excited to see
the Spider-Man. Yeah.
And I was tripping. Okay?
No, I knew this one.
Players mess up.
My man Dr. Strange in there, I already knew.
It really, really well played. How many tire tracks do you give this?
All the way up. We gonna give it 5.
Absolutely. Like, this is 5 out of 5.
Character development, the writing, the fighting,
the cast itself,
like
the effects,
everything's A1.
The depth.
William Dafoe. Yo, did you think they put some de-aging on him or what? You think he still looks like that? Because he looked like William Dafoe from the first Spider-Man.
I don't think they
from 2002.
I don't know.
Alfred Molina, did they de-age him? I could. If they did, kudos to Marvel because
it was so good.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
It was so good. Guys,
they almost had to de-age William Dafoe. Come on.
You just want him to be old.
Like, that's 20 years ago.
I mean, I haven't aged from 20 years ago, but whatever. Guys, it was absolutely amazing. If you've enjoyed spending this time with us and you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, hit that notification bell, like this video. And if you already subscribed, sharing is caring. Be sure to pass this along to your friends. Comment down below so we know that you're here. And guys, until the next time,
keep tripping.
Bye, guys.